Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Just getting ready for practice. We'll wait for a few people to come into the room. And as we do that, quick update. It's on the website. We're updating the website over the next couple of days. It looks like we can open in phase 3. So that's 2 to 4 weeks from yesterday. So hopefully we'll be opening soon, but stay tuned and we'll continue to bring online classes to you. Today we're going to focus on the hips and core. We are going to do a lot of flowing, but we're going to focus on hip mobility, strength, and there's always core in this class, you know that. So let's just get ready to practice. So coming onto your mat, and I want you to bring yourselves here mentally too. So the next 60 minutes, you're here. So lock yourself in a room. Maybe you're outside today. Good idea too. And just get ready for practice. So come lying on your mat in Shavasana, or maybe you're sitting in Sukhasana, comfortable seated position. However you like to start your practice. Okay, we'll start with the eyes closed wherever you are. So I know you probably hear it a lot in your yoga classes that we do carry a lot of tension in our hips. So I just want you to bring your awareness to there. This is a stressful time. So, without even realizing, we carry a lot of that stress and emotion in the hips and shoulders. So today we're just going to try and release some of that. Okay? So with your eyes closed, letting whatever's touching the earth connect, feel heavy. Slow breath, quiet the mind. And as I said, just bring that awareness to your hips, noticing how they're feeling. Maybe you want to touch the hip bones. Or maybe you want to bring your hand to the belly, feeling connecting with your breath. However you want to start your practice. Just bringing awareness to your breath and your body. Now begin to deepen your breath. See if you can make your inhales and exhales longer, slower. Just a few more deep breaths before we start moving our bodies. Let my heart turn to practice. Let this practice become a path. Let this path dissolve confusion. Let confusion turn to wisdom. So let's just begin to bring some small movements into our body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles. If you are seated, come lying down. Okay? Just shaking it out. Let's just take a full body stretch, waking up. Point the toes, reach the fingers, just like just a little morning stretch. Inhale, exhale through the mouth, relax. So find that. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, relax. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Let's just take a little gentle spinal twist to begin. So open up your arms into a T shape. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Bring your feet with the outer edges of your feet in line with the edges of your mat. And just slowly, just rock side to side. A little waking up the low back. Waking up the core area of the body too. Couple more, side to side. And then we're going to come back through center. Okay, we're going to start with a thread the needle pose, okay? So we're going to bring our shins parallel to the mat to begin. We're going to cross the left ankle, the right foot underneath the left knee. We're going to interlace the hands. So we have a number 4 with our legs. We're going to interlace the hands behind the left thigh. Flex both feet, make it active, and begin to draw your left thigh towards your body. Use your right elbow or forearm to press away the right thigh. So just go gentle, don't force. So first, we're still warming up. Okay, I just want you to feel, bring that awareness. A couple of deep breaths here. Nice, and then we'll just switch sides. So you can just release. Let's just straighten that leg, stretch it out, and then come to the other side. So again, we'll bring our shins parallel, crossing the left under the right this time, making that number 4. Interlacing the hands behind the right thigh, drawing the thigh towards you, pressing the left thigh away. Notice the difference between left and right. So this pose you can always use as an alternative to pigeon. People with knee injuries usually prefer this. A couple of more deep breaths here. And one more breath. Nice. And then we're going to release that and just stretch out the legs again. Okay. Now we're going to take a half happy baby. So we'll just lift up the right leg only, flex the foot. We're going to grab the outside of that foot, drawing the right knee in towards the right shoulder. So just drawing in, so more towards the armpit. So feel the opening here. Just a couple of breaths here. And now we're going to keep the leg the way it is. Bring your right arm underneath. See if you can grab the outside of the foot. So bringing the arm underneath. And now continuing to draw in. Flex the left foot. Keep the left hip bone down. Just feel that. Just going a little deeper. So we're just warming up, bringing awareness here. And then we'll just switch sides, okay? Let's just do a quick wind relief. Draw the right knee in towards the shoulder. And then release. Other side. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee. Half happy baby. So again, we want to draw this knee towards the left armpit. Both feet are flexed. We want to keep the right hip down onto the mat. Just a few breaths here. Again, notice the difference between left and right. So our practice helps bring not only awareness but balance into our bodies. Hopefully it translates off the mat too into our everyday lives. And now let's take that switch underneath the arm, grabbing the outside, see if you can do that. Just creating a little more flexibility, engaging the core a little more. A couple of breaths here. Getting you guys all twisty this morning. And then we'll release the arm and we'll take wind relief, drawing the knee towards the shoulder. Just waking up the digestive organs. Nice. And then we'll release. We're going to bring our feet into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together and switch around. So soles of the feet together onto the mat. Okay, not forcing, open. Just gently opening. Beginning to work the core. We're going to interlace the hands like Charlie's Angels. We did this, I think, last week too. We're going to lift the head and shoulders up. We're going to reach our fingertips forward towards the top of the mat. Little crunches. We're going to do 3 sets of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take a breath. Recover. Maybe the legs open a little more. And then let's go for 10 more. Lift head and shoulders, a little pulses. The movements don't have to be that big, just little. We just want to bring awareness to the core. As you're doing these crunches, think about the bottom of your ribs coming towards the top of your hip bones. Engaging that. I lost count. Let's just do 3 more here. 2 and 3. Some things never change. Drop the head and shoulders, lift up. We'll do that 1 more time. Reach the fingertips, head and shoulders up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Lower the head and shoulders, draw the knees together, hug them in towards the chest. We'll just do an Ardha Navasana, again, to bring awareness to the core. We're going to extend our feet out, extend the hands, we're going to extend the hands out, and now bring them parallel to you. Lift the head and shoulders, now lift the feet, flexing the feet towards you. I want you to hover, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. So you should feel some awareness in the hips, the flexors, inside and out. That's it. And now we're just going to rock and roll a couple of times along the spine. And we're going to just come into, we'll start in child's pose as we further ground into our practice. So your favorite variation, just sinking the hips towards the heels, walking the fingertips towards the top of the mat. If the mind has already began to wander, bring it back into your practice. And just a few grounding breaths. Now let's actually start our Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose with that constriction in the back of the throat. Just a few deep breaths. And see if you can open up the knees a little wider today in your child's pose. Just feeling that. Getting a little more into the hips, sinking the hips towards the heels. Have a beautiful practice, everyone. We're going to come up onto the hands and knees. We'll just do a few cat and cows to start our practice. So shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. This helps to link our breath with our movement, also warming up the core. So on the inhale, belly drops, shoulders pull away. Exhale, round the spine, look towards the navel. Move with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. A couple of more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more for good luck. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. We're going to come back to neutral. We're going to walk our hands back. Okay, we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. I'm going to try to explain this best I can. So again, when I was talking at the beginning about imagining the top of your ribs and your hip points, I want you to imagine you're drawing the top of these ribs to your hip points. Throughout this class, I'm going to keep reminding you, just bringing awareness into this area, into the core, okay? But we are going to just start with a gate post to further open the hips. So we're going to extend our left leg out to the side. Lift your right arm up, so a nice long line. Okay, bring the left hand to the left and just start to bend. So we're opening up through the intercostals, warming up, bringing awareness into these muscles, and just a few breaths here. So try to keep the left foot flat on the mat. And now we're going to move into a modified plank, side plank, or a half moon pose. So foot is flexed. Again, bring that awareness into the hip points, drawing towards the ribs. Stack the shoulders, look up. This foot is flexed. Imagine you're leaning a wall. You should feel the core engage here. So this is a nice way to teach half moon without worrying about the balancing part of it. Well, we are kind of balancing a bit, but it's a little more easy on the knee. A couple of more deep breaths here. Don't worry, we're going to start moving soon. I just want to warm you up and just bring some awareness. Let's come back to center, and we'll just switch sides, opening up the other side. Right foot extends, okay? Try to have the foot onto the ground. Left arm lifts. Reach up, find the length, and then side body bend. Still use your Ujjayi breath. With each exhale, can you find a little more space? Can you bend a little more to the side? And then moving into your modified half moon, modified side plank. Lifting up, again, noticing difference between left and right. Engage the foot. Find the core engagement. Look up at the thumb. Lean against your imaginary wall. One more breath here. And then we're going to move back into center. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands and feet to the mat. I want you to, let's actually go to downward dog. I think it might be easier to do it from this. So just come to your first downward dog, pedaling out the feet, spreading the fingers wide on the mat. Okay, you can have a little bit of movement to begin. This first downward dog. We're just waking up, our first little inversion. Okay, just taking a couple of breaths. And now find stillness here. And I want you to imagine that you're coming into pigeon pose. So we're going to lift our right leg up, okay? And I don't want the hip to lift too much. We're going to take our right knee, and we're going to come as if we're coming to pigeon. So I want you to lean forward. Right foot is flexed, okay? So you're coming to pigeon, lift up, come forward. Now you're in a plank, coming to pigeon, and now let the shoulders slightly past the wrists. Hold this for 10. Nice and strong, yogis. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just step back, downward facing. Breathing here. Pedal out the feet again. Okay, and let's check out the other side. So we're coming to pigeon, but we're not. Lift the left leg up. Okay, hips are square, belly pulls in. Find that engagement. Draw forward. So pretend you're coming to pigeon, bringing that shin parallel. Okay, flex the left foot, push the floor away, and lean a little more forward. Feel it for 10. Now you know where the core is for sure. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back, downward facing. Nice work. Stay here, or take a quick child's pose if you need it. That was a little bit intense. Otherwise, staying downward dog. A couple of breaths. So we're going to do that in our sun salutations. I like to add things in. Let's just start with Uttanasana. Bend the knees, look forward, hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Just hang out here in a forward fold for a couple of breaths before we start our vinyasa. So you can grasp opposite elbows if that feels good. Swing side to side for ragdoll. We start stretching out the back body, back of the thighs. A couple of more deep breaths. And then after this, we're going to be moving for a while. So remember to listen to your body. Remember, child's pose is always available to you. If you're moving, find stillness for a breath. And then we're going to slide the hands to the hips, tuck the chin. You don't want to be dizzy. Slowly rise up, mountain pose. Belly pulls in, standing nice and tall. Palms forward, big toes to touch. Surya Namaskar A with almost pigeons threaded in. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. So you can come to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your right leg up. Come to almost pigeon, hover, hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift back up, foot down, other side, left leg lifts. Come to almost pigeon. Hold. Let the shoulders pass the wrists. 3, 2. Nice, strong. 1. Feel those hip points. Remember those hip points. Step back. Downward facing. Bend the knees. Look forward. Float or hop. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, root to rise. Exhale. That was one. We're going to do two more like that. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Slide forward, come to almost pigeon. Feel, push the floor away. Hip points towards the low ribs. 2 and 1. Step back. Place that foot down. Left leg lifts. Slide forward, almost pigeon. Make that number 4 shape. 3, 2, and 1. Lift back, step back. Bend the knees, look forward. Floater hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up with the breath, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, come back. Lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts. Almost pigeon, come forward. Let the shoulders come past the wrists, engage the core. 3, 2, 1. Lift back up and step down. Left side, left leg lifts. Comes forward, almost pigeon. Foot is flexed, core engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Lower the foot, downward facing. Bend your knees, look forward, hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more. We're going to add one more thing on. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, hop back. Move through your flow, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. First, let's open up the hip now. So we're going to lift the right leg up, bend the knee, heel to glute. Option to flip your dog. If that's part of your practice, I'll flip it to demo. So flip dog or open. Just getting a little more openness. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back. And right away, draw that knee, almost pigeon. Press the floor away. 3, 2, and 1. Lift back up, downward facing. So lots of upper body work here too. Although we are working on the hips, all of these, lots holding these downward dogs. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. I won't talk so much, make you hold it for so long. Heel to glute. Staying here or flip your dog if you want to flip. Otherwise, continue reaching the knee up towards the ceiling, pressing the floor away. 3, 2, 1. Flip dogs, come back. Everybody, left knee, almost pigeon. Press, hold. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg back up. Find downward dog. Breathe. Moving to Surya Namaskar B variation. Bend the knees, look forward, floater hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana. Squeeze the knees together. Look down, make sure you see your toes. Arms alongside the ears if you can. Otherwise, come to cactus if that's bothering you. Sink a little lower. Hold. Breathe. Nice. Fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. One more breath and give me a break. Press the hands down, bend the knees, hop back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. That's it. We're going to lift the right leg up. Step the foot between the hands, coming right away to a high crescent lunge. So lunges are so good for our hip strength and stability. I want you to bring your arms alongside your ears. Kick back through the left heel. Nice and strong. Bring your right thigh parallel as you can. Feel that. And now start to hinge forward, keeping those arms glued to the ears. Hold. 5, Breathe. Beautiful. Drop the hands down. Lift the right leg up. Come to almost pigeon. 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Press down. Downward facing. Other side. I'll give you one more breath. If I'm out of breath though, this is the good thing, I guess, about demoing the whole class. I can see if I'm being tough on you or not. Left leg lifts. Steps forward, high crescent lunge on the other side. So let's focus on the legs first. Left thigh parallel. Back, heel kicking back. Rise the arms up. Gluing the arms to the ears. Engage the core by leaning forward. So don't rest the torso on the thigh. Nice and engaged. Hold for 5. Nice. Hands to the mat. Left leg lifts. Almost pigeon. Foot is flexed. Shoulders past the wrists. Hip bones are to the ribs. Nice. And then we'll just step back. Downward dog. Breathe. Bend your knees. Look forward. Floater hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Remove a little faster through another variation of B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Hop back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the right leg up. Step the foot between the hands. I didn't lift it up, but we're going to come to warrior 1. So all these warriors are so good for our hip strength and flexibility. Turning your shoulders towards the top of the mat, reach the arms forward. Okay, so again, we're trying to have those arms in line with the ears. Nice wide stance, right thigh parallel. I want you to find your focus here for a second. Find your breath. We've been moving. We're going to come into a balancing pose. You're going to continue to ground down through the right foot. And we're going to lift the left leg up and cross it over, bringing the right arm underneath for eagle arms. Find eagle. Okay? Find the breath again. Find some stillness. Squeezing everything to the midline. Back is straight like you're leaning on a wall. We're stretching out the hips and shoulders here. Also working on our balance and focus. We're going to unravel the arms, unravel the legs, plant the hands down. That's it. Step the left foot back, step the right foot back, lower chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts, steps forward, warrior 1. Right away, inhale up with the breath. Settle in, nice wide stance. So even in your warriors, bring the attention to the hip point and lower ribs moving towards one another. Finding that core here too. So we're working hips, core. Slow the breath. And then we're going to move right into our eagle. So left foot down, come up, cross the right foot over, left arm under. Elbows in line with the shoulders, squeezing, maybe you're hooking the foot, or the toe can also rest on the mat. We're focusing on stretch here. Deep Ujjayi breaths. One more breath. And then we release the pose. Bring the hands to the mat, step the left foot back, right foot back into high plank. We're going to press back, downward facing. Lift the right leg up, come to almost pigeon. Leaning forward. Lift back up, foot down, left leg lifts, comes forward, almost pigeon. Nice and strong. And then we lift back up, downward dog. Bend the knees, look forward, floater, hop up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving through Vinyasa, meeting in downward dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. You can either press to downward dog or come with me through Vinyasa, yogi's choice. So So it's quite the opening sequence. We're taking 5 breaths here in our downward dog. Finding the Ujjayi breath again, finding the focus again. Do the heels come a little closer if you're in downward dog than they did at the beginning? One more breath. Nice. Let's come back to downward dog. If you need a few more moments in child's pose, you can do that. Okay. Otherwise, coming into your downward dog. So we're going to lift the right leg up. Foot is flexed. That's it. We're going to draw our right knee to our right elbow. So this time it's open, flexing the foot, that fire hydrant shape. And then we're going to lift back up. We're going to draw our knee to the nose. Press it, so hug that thigh in close. We've been working on this. Engaging the core, find that connection. And then we'll lift back up. And then we're going to twist, coming to that almost, we're coming pigeon. Yeah, are we relaxing? No. Hold. And now we're just going to extend the right foot, coming to our fallen triangle, stack the shoulders. Option to pick up the front foot. Otherwise, just work on the stretch. We're also building strength in the right chin, the shoulder here. Taking the gaze up. Nice. Left hand comes down, steps back, downward dog, or come with me, depending on what you're feeling this Saturday morning. Reset, left leg lifts. Left knee, left, as high as you can, flex the foot. That's it. 2 and 1, lift back up. Draw the knee to the nose, push the floor away, hug, you want to connect that. Imagine you're holding a block between the thigh and the chest. Nice. Lift back up. I held that for a little longer. And now let's tease. Almost pigeon. Are we going to pigeon? No. Shoulders past the wrist, push the floor away. And then extend. Fallen triangles. Maybe we lift the left leg up if we're feeling super strong this morning. Hold it here. One more breath. Nice. And then we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. So up to you whether you want to do a flow or just come to downward dog. Reset. So lots of downward dogs today. From downward dog, we're going to lift up the right leg. Step the foot between the hands. We're just going to come to a nice side angle pose from down here. So heel to heel alignment. I want you to place your hand inside the leg this time. Okay, so the hand is inside, so we're inside the foot. We're just going to stack the shoulders. I want you to squeeze your right knee in towards your right shoulder, opening up, take the gaze up. Keep pressing into the outer edge of that left foot. So it's almost like the same shape at the beginning when we came into our modified side plank. But I want you, so we're leaning against that wall now. Feel that. I want you to feel that engagement, lower rib to the hip bone. Okay, and using the strength of that, I want you to slowly, slowly come up into your warrior two. We're just going to do a little work here. So sinking down again, right thigh parallel. Okay, nice wide. We don't want the knee to pass the ankle. So feel this. So again, let's revisit. Hip point, lower ribs. Imagine you want to move them towards one another. Engaging. Take your drishti gaze over the right fingertips. Breathe. Nice. Holding it today. Usually we fly through. Let's exalt our warrior. Keep your legs nice and strong. Reach the arms up. So another nice stretch for those rib side muscles. And then we're going to slowly come back to our warrior two position. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward. I like a shorter trikonasana, so if that's you as well, we're going to heel toe the back foot in, but we are, think of your warrior one foot on that back leg. Reach the fingertips forward, right arm down, left arm up. Imagine you're leaning against that wall the way we did it in that modified half moon. We want to lift out of the waist. If you're feeling super strong, come to your floating triangle. We've been working on that in our core classes, so if that's something that you want to do, go ahead. Just float it. A little more core work, trying to keep that front leg straight. Your hips are going to love you today, I promise. And your core too. One more breath. And then we're just going to make our way back up. We're going to turn the body forward. We're going to slide our right foot halfway up our mat. Okay, inhale, lengthen. So taking as wide of a stance as you want. Legs closer together, you're working more on balance, okay? So just find pyramid pose, a nice easy pyramid pose. Bring the forehead towards the knee, fingertips on the mat. Maybe you're using blocks here. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Fold forward. One more breath, giving you guys a little rest here. A little more stretch. And then we're going to place our hands down to the mat. Okay, step back, lift your left leg, your right leg all the way up. Come to almost pigeon. And then, so nice and high. And then back up, downward facing. Come to the other side. I'll give out 2 breaths here in case you want to flow in between. Everybody's different levels. Some people just like to reset in downward dog or take a vinyasa. We'll meet here before coming to the other side. Once we're in downward dog, we're going to lift the left leg up. Step the foot between the hands, setting up for that side angle. Heel to arch or heel to heel alignment, but hand inside. I want you to feel that squeezing in, opening up. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the foot. Okay, feeling the core engage. Opening up, lean against that imaginary wall. So we want to feel nice and grounded because we're going to come up from the floor up into our warrior 2. And now begin to float the left hand up, nice and strong legs, warrior 2. Holding it this time. So again, find that core engagement in the pose. Okay, make sure the shoulders are stacked directly over the hips. We're not leaning forward. Keep the right knee, the left knee drawing in towards the center of the mat. And then relax, find the breath. One more breath, nice and strong. Hold, hold, hold. Exalt your warrior. Reaching forward, back. Stretch on those muscles. Come back to warrior 2, nice and slow. Okay, straighten the front leg, fingertips forward, option to heel toe, that's what I'm gonna do. And then come to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hip pushes forward as the right hip presses back. We're not leaning and dumping, we're containing, lifting up. Imagine I'm pulling your hand up towards the ceiling. And then again, option for the additional core work to come into floating Trikonasana. Nice and strong, beautiful. Let's all come up, whatever pose you're in. Turning towards the top of your mat. Right foot halfway, setting up for your pyramid pose. This time we'll do something for the shoulders. You can either interlock the hands or come to your reverse namaste. If you're in reverse namaste, make sure the palms are together, high up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. See if each breath can fold you a little deeper. We're going to release the hands to the mat. Stepping back, lift the left leg up. Don't think I forgot. Almost pigeon. Come forward, push the floor away, and draw that knee in. That's it. Step back, meeting in downward dog, or come with me through a flow. Find your way downward dog. Reset, find the breath again. So if you've lost that Ujjayi breath, come back to it. That sequence, we held our poses longer. In that one, we didn't move as fast, but just as effective in a different way. We're gonna lift the right leg up, step the foot between the hands, drop the left knee down. Come into low lunge. We haven't done a low one yet. We're gonna reach the arms up. My bracelet just came out. Reach the arms up. So again, right here in your low lunge, find that kind of low rib hip bone. Find that core engagement. So you can find your core. I want to bring awareness to the core in all of our yoga poses. So important. We're going to bring our hand down. We're just going to do a couple of Hanuman stretches, but we're going to move, creating a little bit of mobility. So we're going to walk the fingertips back, flex the foot, come forward, walk back, come forward. One more time, come back, and then we're going to come forward. Now we're going to bring our right arm inside, coming into a lizard pose. You're going to untuck your back toes. Everybody untuck, okay? So squeezing in, we're going to just take a couple of breaths in our lizard. So you can stay here, or you can come down onto the forearms if you want to go a little deeper. Okay, so any lizard pose, I want you today to be squeezing the knee in towards, just creating that containment. We're not opening today, we're squeezing in. Couple of deep breaths. The back leg is getting tired, of course, always the option to drop the knee, but try and be strong today. Couple of deep breaths. If you're on your forearms, you're now going to come back onto your hands. We're going to take little taps here. Just from the leg, tap the left knee up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to take that, we did this on our back, right arm underneath, outside of the right foot. Okay, so you're in a plank pose, you're squeezing the tricep in, and now you're going to come to those legs that are almost pigeon again, but now the foot's on the outside. Squeeze and hold. Push the floor away, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just when you think it's over, you're going to swing back, feet together, side plank. Lift the hips. Nice and strong. Any variation, maybe your tree side plank, maybe feet are stacked, maybe you're grabbing the big toe. 2 more breaths, nice and strong. Nice. Right hand comes down, step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice work. And then we'll just do that on the other side. So left leg lifts, steps forward, coming to low lunge. Reaching the arms up. So again, find that core engagement right here, okay? I know I sound like a broken record, but just keep reminding, we build these things in our muscle memory, then throughout your practice, you'll always remember these things, hopefully. And you could do this just sitting down, bringing that awareness, watching Netflix. As I always say to you guys, there's things you can do all the time. Constantly having awareness in your body, no matter what you're doing. Nice. And then we're going to bring the hands down, moving into lizard pose. This left arm inside, everybody back leg up. Okay? Pretend I can see you. Squeezing in, you can stay here. Or you can come down if you want to go a little deeper onto the forearms. Maybe you could on one side, but not this side. Just taking a few breaths here. The time's flying. I really want to fit a real pigeon in, so I'll try. A couple of more deep breaths. And then if you're on the forearms, we're going to come up. We're all going to do those little knee taps. Keep squeezing the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Tap your right foot down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Bring the left arm underneath, outside of the foot. Find that, squeeze the tricep to that almost pigeon shape. So draw the heel in towards the body. Shoulders slightly past the wrists. Nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just when you thought it was over, swing back, feet together, side plank, any variation. We're doing hips, so the tree might be nice to tie in with that theme. Looking up, lift those hips up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down, let's meet in downward dog. However you want to get there, come straight there, or move through a flow. We're gonna just do one more standing sequence. Bend the knees, look forward, floater hop. I hope Eric's not watching because it's really late in the class. Exhale, fold. Let's come up, hands to heart center. So two things, a couple of things we did lying down. So we're gonna stand up nice and tall. We're gonna take wind relief on the right. So we did this lying down, we'll do it standing up. Draw your right knee in towards you. So again, in towards that shoulder. Find that standing, nice and strong standing leg rooting down. Find that core engagement. Low rib, hip bone, engage the core. Couple of breaths here. And now we're going to keep our knee where it is to start, rise the arms up. Nice and strong and slow, slide forward to warrior three. So if you want more balance, it helps with the balance to come into airplane instead, go ahead. Otherwise, arms are moving forward. And now we're going to slowly come back. Bring your hands to heart center and cross. Find that figure four shape standing up. So a couple of options here, I'll go through them, okay? So you can just stay here, hang out, if that's feeling good. Or you can start to sink down, if that's feeling good. See there, feeling that stretch. Or you can fold forward, hooking the foot on the outside of the arm. Okay? Stay here, or if you want to try the arm balance, you're going to step the arms forward. We made our arms nice and strong through the class. We've opened up the hips. We're hooking on. Okay? You can start to step the left foot back. You can even do the arm balance hugging the heel in if you want, just playing with balancing there, or you can extend the back leg. Yogi's choice for 3, 2, and 1. Let's all come back, and then we'll just shake it out. Take a forward fold. We're not going to vinyasa here. We're just going to shake it out, okay? Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, just reach up. Bring the palms to heart center. Other side. So wind relief. So grounding in through the right foot. Draw the left knee in towards the shoulder. Okay. Find that nice strong standing leg. Press down through the right big toe. Find that core engagement. And now leave your knee where it is. Rise the arms up. Move to warrior three. Or airplane, hands to heart center, arms extended. Whichever one, try to keep the hips square. Don't worry about lifting the leg high. Find it, hold. Two more breaths, strong warrior threes. And then we're slowly going to transition. Wherever your hands are, bring them to heart center. Slowly come up. Try not to let the leg touch the ground. See if you can come to your figure four here. So again, going through those options. Hanging right here. Perfectly legitimate. Flexing the left foot. That's enough. Or you can start to bend the knees. See how that feels. You can start to lean forward. Okay, so maybe just taking the forward lean. But try to flex the left foot so it's wrapping around the right tricep. Stay here, or if you feel adventurous, start to hop the left foot slightly back, hands slightly forward, leaning in. So trying the arm balance, maybe hugging the knee in first, or extending the leg. My arms are a little bit slippery. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're just going to come out of that. Okay, well, let's step back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe. I was going to do frog hops, but I don't think we have enough time, so I'm going to be really nice to you guys. Let's do one more vinyasa, nice and slow. Come forward, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg lifts. That's it. Right knee to almost pigeon. Come to pigeon. Drop the foot down. You guys earned that one. Reaching the back leg back. So again, if this pose, if you don't like it, you could do the thread the needle that we began with. Otherwise, we're coming down into our restorative hip opener. So again, find Ujjayi Pranayama again if you've lost it. Noticing how your hips are feeling now towards the end of your practice. A few more deep breaths. We have a couple of more poses to get through, so we're not going to stay here too long. A couple of more deep breaths. You guys did great today. And I'll repeat some of these classes when the studio opens, so we're continuing to work on these things. Let's just come up out of pigeon. We'll just take a proud pigeon, walking the fingertips back. And let's do a quad stretch, why not? So bend the left knee, grabbing the outside of the foot, almost like it's just a nice stretch for the hip too. If king pigeon, mermaid, any of those things are part of your practice, take them here. We're going to release the left leg, plant the hands, tuck the back toes. We're just going to come right back into downward dog. Option for Vinyasa. I'm going to take one if you want to come with me. And then we're just going to come to the other side. Left leg lifts. Come forward, almost pigeon. One more time. Last one. Legs press the floor away. Hug that knee in. Shoulders past the wrist, nice and strong. And then release into the restorative variation of this pose. So coming down. Noticing the sensations on this side. Try to make sure your head is connecting with something because we want to keep the spine in line. Draw your right hip down towards the mat. Deep Ujjayi breaths. So the breath is going to help keep you out of the chatter of your mind. It's also going to just sending that awareness into parts of the body that might feel tense. A couple of more deep breaths. So then we'll slowly make our way out of the pose. We don't want to rush out of it. Taking your quad stretch, whichever one you want. And then we're just going to release. Okay, and we're just going to swing our legs forward. Okay, and just shaking it out. Usually we'd stick another flow in, but we're a bit tight for time. So we'll just shuffle out the feet, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so bring that awareness, hip point there. Okay, and then we're just going to come into Navasana pose. So this is good for the hip flexors as well, good for the core. Reach the arms forward. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly lower. Hover, Ardha Navasana. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Navasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Na Ardha. 3, 2, 1. One more. Navasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Ardha. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. We're going to bring our feet down onto the mat. We're going to find our heels with our fingertips. Okay, just making sure you can see me here. Setting up for a bridge pose. So we're going to press down, lifting the hips up. Okay, we're going to interlace the hands underneath the back. We're going to walk our shoulder blades towards one another. So imagine you're squeezing a block between the thighs, nice and strong. So we're bringing strength in the glutes, which also helps with the hips. We're going to lift the right leg up. Point the toes towards the ceiling, press down through the left foot, hold. Bring the right foot down, stay here. Coming right to the left side. reach up. Nice. And then we're gonna lower down, lower everything down. That's it, reset. And then we're just gonna do a couple of bridge lifts now. So we're gonna press the hips towards the ceiling and lower. Press up and lower. Lift up and lower. One more, lift up, feel the stretch. Nice stretch along the front here, and lower. Bring your feet back into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the hands inside of the thighs, or one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Close the eyes. Bring your knees together, hug them in, and we're going to lift up for Happy Baby, ending our practice in Happy Baby pose. Okay, you have about 4 minutes left, but I want you to have a bit of a Shavasana as well. So if there's any other pose that is calling to you, go ahead and take it, maybe a little inversion. Otherwise, you're moving into your Shavasana, absorbing all the benefits of the practice we just did. We're moving for most of an hour. Sorry about slamming the door if you're already in Shavasana. So you're either in an inversion or you've already made your way into Shavasana. I'm just going to read something from Melody Beattie. I always like to end with a little something to think about. Let's turn down the music. Change is in the air. Just as the world around us changes and evolves, so do the circumstances and situations in our lives. We live in a universe that is alive, vibrant, and constantly evolving. Change is the way nature, the universe, and the divine move us through each period of our lives and into destiny. We are led to our next lesson, our next adventure. There's no need to deny change, to fear it, or fight against it. Change is inevitable. Just as the earth is in constant motion and transformation, so are we. Take your place in the universal dance, the universal rhythm. Allow change to happen. Work with it as your life unfolds. Sometimes change comes into one smashing moment like a volcanic eruption. Other times it happens more slowly, the way the winds and rains sculpt the bridges out of canyons. Learn to trust your body, its signs, signals, warnings, and excited proclamations. We let the gathering clouds warn us of impending storms, and we learn to study and predict tremors in the earth. In much the same way, our body can function as a barometer for our soul and its place in the constantly changing and evolving universe. You are open now, more sensitive than you've been before. Change is coming, it's here, you can feel it in the air, you can feel it in yourself. Let the entire body feel heavy. Let the universe support you. Continue to observe breath.